All right, good morning, everybody. Thanks for your patience. We've had a off-duty sergeant, that 39-year veteran who resides in the block behind me with his elderly parents and aunt. With me, we've got Chief Finner, Executive Assistant Chief Finner, Chief Bainbridge, Chief Dobbins, Captain Skillern, and Brenda here, the captain here from Southwest, who's the captain of the involved sergeant. This morning at about 12:20 a.m., the Houston Police Department received a 911 call of a burglary of residence in progress. The suspect trying to break into the front door of a home. At 12:21 a.m., shots were fired. Then we received another call at 12:23 a.m. of shots fired again. At 12:25, we arrived on the scene. Our first primary unit and a secondary unit arrived at 12:26 a.m. At 12:30, which is just a matter of minutes, CMS arrived and began treating the suspect. What occurred here this morning in that short time frame is our sergeant and his family were awakened to some pounding on the front door. An unknown male was at the front door pounding. The sergeant armed himself, came to the door, started yelling several commands. "Who are you? What do you want?" And the suspect ignored the commands and ignored the sergeant's questions, kept pounding on the door. Within a matter of a minute or two, the suspect suddenly broke the glass through the door, with the sergeant immediately on the other side of the door. The sergeant then discharged several rounds, striking the suspect. The suspect's a male, black, unknown age at this time. He was transported by Houston Fire Department EMS to Ben Taub, where he's in surgery. The good news is that the suspect is expected to survive. As you can imagine, we have two, which is typical, we have two concurrent investigations going right now. We have our Special Investigations Unit under Chief Dobbins and Captain Skillern, and then we have Internal Affairs here that will conduct the administrative investigation, while SIU, the Special Investigations Unit, will conduct the criminal investigation. The DA's office is here, as is the Houston Science Forensic Center. The sergeant, again, is a 39-year veteran, of the Houston Police Department. He'll be placed on restricted administrative duty pending this investigation, the outcome of the investigation. As soon as we get an update on the suspect later on this morning on his condition, we will put it back out, and we hope to release his name later on this morning once we've made some notifications to his family as to the fact that he's been shot here in this incident. With that, I'll just open up to any questions.
Did the suspect say anything? Is there any kind of motive? Why was he doing that? Was it just robbery?
We don't know. That's part of the investigation. But obviously, when you're awake in the middle of the night, somebody pounding the door, and you're confronting that person from the inside of the home, and you're yelling at them, what do you want? And rather than leaving or trying to explain what's going on, all of a sudden somebody breaks through the glass, especially when you have your elderly parents in there and your elderly aunt. You know, that's something that nobody wants to have to deal with. And our sergeant's he's shaken, as can be expected when you're involved in an incident like this, but we've got our support team is here for him and his family. Anything else? Okay, guys. Well, thank you very much. Are you ready? Buenos días. Esta mañana a las 12 y después de la madrugada, como a las 12:20 de la mañana, recibimos una llamada de una persona tratando de meterse en una casa, aquí una residencia, a donde uno de nuestros sargentos vive con su papá y su mamá y su tía. El sospechoso empezó a tocar con mucha prisa a la puerta aquí en esta casa. El sargento cogió su pistola, empezó a preguntarle qué es lo que quiere, qué es lo que quiere. El sospechoso, en vez de irse de buena primera, rompió el cristal, la ventana de la puerta, y tratando de meterse, y el sargento, defendiendo a su familia, su mamá, su papá y su propia persona, disparó varios tiros. Nosotros llegamos al Departamento de Policía de Houston en como unos 2 o 3 minutos, entre 5 minutos, y los bomberos llegaron también. Un sospechoso afroamericano, no sabemos su edad todavía, los estamos tratando de identificar. Fue transportado por los bomberos de Houston a Ben Taub, está en la cirugía ahorita y tenemos gran confianza y esperanza que va a vivir, no va a morir. Aquí tenemos nuestras unidades de las investigaciones especiales del Departamento de Policía de Houston, que está investigando criminalmente, investigación criminal sobre el tiroteo del sargento que lleva 39 años en servicio, y también tenemos la sección de asuntos internos del departamento, que van a hacer una investigación administrativa también. ¿Ok? ¿Alguna pregunta? ¿En español solamente? ¿Nada? Ok. Gracias. All right, guys, good job.